Okay, this is a bit of a check-in. I'm doing this to evaluate myself and a representation or an example of how you evaluate yourself being an expert in the field of beauty and cosmetology, and also being an artist and also being a male. And so I'm looking at certain components of what has developed over time, like my skin refinement, my skin complexion in the summer, my hyperpigmentation in my lip area, my hair growing out and becoming a little bit shorter and then growing back out after an end clipping, and then also some parts in my hair that are growing out differently. So these are different components that I'm analyzing in terms of like my artistic zone self, and then also my regular, like, just easy-go-lucky Ryan B. Anthony self and my Ryan Merrill Butler self. And the ideas that I've come across is that it's a combination of, like, aging, detailing, and like what I've done with myself and the work I've put into myself as an artist and as a figure model, and then also the portraiture understanding that I have with cosmetics and how I always implement some type of art and beauty into the different components of my foundations, my pigments, my lipsticks, my complexion colors, and then the overall fundamental function of cosmetology, the makeup. So I'm sporting my little outfit today. I just found out that I lost a little weight, that I'm in my lightweight zone in terms of like boxing or figure boxing or kickboxing, and that's okay with me. I'm looking at the condition of my skin, which is fair to good. I'm looking at the hyperpigmentation in my lips, which is due to my heritage and my culture, stemming from like Native American to Indian to African, Northern African. So I'm looking at these different, things that are happening, like the area around my eye, adding a little more baggage to it, and then having a little bit more fine lines. Sun-kissed, however you want to put it, the most beautiful day ever. But it's also things that I'm looking at in terms of what my partner would see, or a person that I'm dating, or that a person that I'm getting to know in a very special way. And I want to be able to exercise these different elements of who I am wholly and fully, and also with the understanding that I have a partnership that I'm owning up to, that I have to live by, that I have to live up to, and keep things copacetic in that way, keep things partnered and coupled in a way that I saw the dynamics so much in my family, with my mother and my father, with my grandmother, my grandfather, with my great-grandmother, my great-grandfather, so forth and so on. So I'm trying to keep on and carry this tradition, but in the same way, I want to exercise these different elements that have been a part of my science, have been a part of my biology, and that has brought me to like such an understanding that, I don't need to do as much topically, because I'm refining myself inside. I'm finding the beauty that I have inside. I'm utilizing the beauty that I feel that I am inside, and I'm letting it exude without. So I'm hoping that, these different charms that I picked up along the way are being carried, really nicely on my wrists, on my bracelet wrists, on my designs that I did, but also that I'm sharing them in a likely manner to where how they were brought to me in such a care package, such a beautifully wrapped gift, such a beautiful presence. And I want the same way, to be on accord with who I'm talking to, who I'm dealing with, who I'm working with, and so forth and so on. So the beautiful part of it is that you get to extend this exercise of yourself and have a period to that, but also along the way, when you experience certain things that you're not prepared for, or that come your way, that kind of counteract and kind of define more of the capitalist of who you are, the capital point, like what's your point of reference, you begin to understand that it's not about you, it's about some broader power, some bigger picture, some outer universal cosmic understanding. And that's a part of you too. That's inside of you as well, but it's also showing on the outside in your outward ambiance of like who you are. I think a lot of people know what I'm talking about. I think a lot of adults know exactly what I mean right here, and most of my forum is talking to adults. But this is also a safe place for families to reside. This is like an after-hour spot. This is not a rated R situation. This is a situation where you can kind of come together and talk about like the different fashion I have, the different styles I'm showcasing, the different crazy hair products I'm using, different skincare regimens I'm using, and the brands of skincare that I'm working with that are working really well with my skin right now. Your skin is your biggest organ, so you want to take care of it the best way. You want to drink your water, you want to put in your antioxidants, you want to get your nutrients, you want to get the energy from the sun, you want to get that vitamin D in there, you want to get all these juicy parts so that way your skin can look as hydrated and as flawless as possible, being at its most optimal self. But you also want to take care of the skin that's within you, that resides within you, and that's internal. That's a different part, and that's another layer. So I'm outwardly like taking care of every single part, and I'm hoping that every single part finds the best part of me, and I hope that the best part of me is coming out to you. I thank you for listening, and this is Ryan Merrill Wayani Butler signing off. Ryan B. Anthony, aka. And talk to you soon. Peace and love.